going on, everybody? Been a while since you've seen me. Emil here from Bullet Motorsports. And today we have an awesome 1985 Nissan 300ZX Turbo T-Top. It's got 119,754 miles upon recording this. It's finished in regatta red with tan interior, and it's powered by a single turbo 3-liter V6 that's made it to a 5-speed manual transmission. If this is something you want to put in your garage, click the link below for a full gallery, including underside shots. And as always, like and subscribe so we can keep putting this face on the screen. Let's get started. The exterior, I'd give this an 8 out of 10. The car's coming up on 40 years old, and at first glance, it wouldn't look that way, but there are a couple minor imperfections that we are gonna go over today. The body lines, panels, and gaps all line up exactly how they're supposed to. The original pinstriping looks great. The body molding, the air effects. It's even wearing a set of 15-inch Wedge wheels, and if you're an old JDM guy like me, you love old legacy wheels. Window trim shows great, glass shows great, T-tops function exactly how they're supposed to, the rear wing is in immaculate condition, and overall, this vehicle is in great condition. Now, to get to the one thing I wanted to point out to you guys, and I'm gonna get down here, and I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can really get a look at this face. There's a crease here in the door. It looks like maybe someone opened it into another door, maybe at a gas station, who knows what it may be. However, it is here, and I do wanna point it out to you guys. With the exception of that, the vehicle looks great. It looks awesome, and I'm gonna step out of frame so you get a good, uninterrupted look at it. And this is what it was in the 80s. This was my favorite era of cars. Things looked like this. It was Grand Tour, 2 seats, 5 gears, 6 cylinders in a turbo, pop-up headlights. This thing was on everyone's wall in high school. It was like the most awesome car you could think of. It was part of all the old Japanese anime things we used to watch. And to continue going over how awesome they are, we gotta spin the car around and look at the other side. So let's go ahead and do that. Coming over to the passenger side, not much to report over here. Everything is just as prim and proper as we just previously saw on the other side. All the body lines, panels, and gaps line up perfectly on this side. There's no imperfections or anything to report. There's no door crease like there is on the other side. Everything looks great. Moldings, trims, glass, everything looks wonderful on this side. There's nothing much to report. I did mention that it has a set of 15-inch aftermarket Wedge wheels, polished lips with the black centers, and it is wearing a set of 15-inch Yokohama tires that have about 70% tread left on them. If I was you and you're gonna spiritedly drive this, I would suggest changing them. That being said, look how good this car looks. I keep saying it because I can't get over it. I love 80s and 90s Japanese cars because they were just like the best era of cars. And I can't wait to take it outside and drive it. But before we do that, we gotta look inside, which is actually one of my favorite parts of this car. So let's go ahead and do that. Stepping inside, it seems like you just walked into the 80s. It's crazy. I wholeheartedly expect like Rick Astley or Pat Benatar to just like roll in here and just start singing me serenades. I hope they don't. You're immediately greeted with this gorgeous retro style. Well, it's not retro because it was the modern style at the time, but to us, now it'd be retro. This retro style gauge cluster. Orange backlit, you've got a boost gauge over here, oil pressure, oil temperature, water temperature, fuel. Everything looks awesome. Steering wheel is in amazing condition with the nice little Z emblem here in the center. That is in wonderful condition. The dash, brown dash, is immaculate. No rips, no cracks, no nothing. This looks amazing. Even the stitching is still in great condition. Glove box opens exactly how it's supposed to. In here, you're gonna get a bottle of original regatta red touch-up paint and a couple boxes of backup fuses. Center section is great. You have electronic mirror controls, electronically adjustable suspension. Think about that. In 1985, 84, when this car was produced, they gave you electronically adjustable suspension. That is wild. They can't get some cars to not catch on fire out of the dealer, but they knew how to give us electronically adjustable suspension in 1985. Wild. Seat centers are in immaculate condition. Doesn't even look like anyone sat here. Has the turbo emblem here in the center. Carpeting is in immaculate condition. This is a 2-seater, no +2, so there's nothing back there but carpeting that is in great condition, along with the original straps. Headliner is a little bit darker brown than the rest of the car and is, again, in also amazing condition. T-top covers are in amazing condition. You can remove these if you want a little bit of light, put them back on if you don't. All the levers and even the key lock doesn't even look like it's been locked before. everything is in immaculate condition. I mean, this thing is great. It's got air conditioning, it's got concert sound. This is an amazing, amazing example of how awesome things were in the 80s. It's got power windows. Man, I love this thing. I cannot get over how awesome this thing is. Everything works. It's so crazy. This car was produced 3 years before I was born, and it's in better condition than my body is. Wild. Looking under the hood, you're instantly greeted with Nissan's VG30 DET, which all stands for V6 single turbo, 6-cylinder. It had electronic fuel injection. It made 200 horsepower back in 1985, and you rode all your own gears through a 5-speed manual. I mean, this thing was awesome. It was their Grand Tour. It was supposed to be big and comfortable, and the power band was smooth. Even the way it makes power is very smooth in comparison to how cars make power in 1985. But aside from that, everything looks super kosher under here. Everything is obviously very, very factory. Even the insulation is in immaculate condition. You are missing one, got a little thing here. I guess something got a little too close and burned it. But with the exception of that, everything is amazing. The functional hood scoop right here works, feeding air into the engine bay so that this beautiful 3-liter fire breather can get all the oxygen it needs to make all the wonderful turbo noises. And with that being said, now we have to go drive the thing. So let's go drive it. Cue really cool 80s music. Beep, 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 beep.
Z-ism V6 3000ツインカップ本能を呼び起こすものソウルシンクロマシンニュー日産フェアレディ Z。
All right, we're in the car, and that does it for the talking portion of the video. Now we gotta go to the part you guys really wanna see, which is the driving part. But before we do that, I want you guys to see something, and that's our new Heat Seeker shirt. Pretty awesome shirt, right? While you're at it, do me a favor, like and subscribe below so we can keep putting my face on the screen. And now we're gonna go vroom, vroom, vroom this car all over 84.
All right, everyone, Will here, and they gave me the keys to this beautiful Regatta Red 300ZX, 1985 Z31 chassis, and this thing is beautiful. Showing 119,000 miles, but you wouldn't know it by looking at it or driving it, really. Steering is super tight, and we're gonna take it out and show you what she does. If you'd like any more information on this car or any of our other rides, give us a call, 954-363-2261. This one is kind of a nostalgic one for me. Back in high school, a friend of mine had a naturally aspirated Z31, and we had a lot of fun in that thing. But the key difference is it didn't have this boost gauge right there, which you'll see in a minute really gives this 3-liter V6 some pep. It brakes smooth and straight, shifts amazing, and I think we're gonna have some fun with this one. If you'd like some more information on this or any of our other cars, give us a call, 954-363-2261. We'd answer any questions you may have. We also keep our inventory updated daily at bulletmotorsports.com, so check us out, find something you like. AC blows cool, not cold. I'm sure it could use a recharge and should be all right. We have a cassette deck here. Radio works. I'm gonna turn that off though. We have power. Gotta love power. Power options. With the quintessential 80s T-tops. I mean, I feel right at home in this seat. This gray leather is super supple and The bolsters keep you in. I mean, it's a sports car. Based on the 280Z, it's a sports car. But it is comfy. It has all the accessories and options you'd want. A little heavy traffic down here in South Florida right now, but we can check out some of the accessories. I mean, all the lights work. Gotta love the flip up and down headlights. That's, you know, you can't have an 80s car without some flip up headlights. All the gauges seem to be working. Your oil pressure, oil temperature, boost, everything's reading nominal. Now, this does have the analog dash, which the later Z31s did come with a digital dash. Electric mirrors work. We do have sport, soft, neutral, and firm suspension control, and headlight washers. And this thing is decked out for 1985. Of course, it's only a 2-seater, not a 2+2. Seeing a little wear here on the door pads. You know, someone was cruising. All right, pulling out, getting away from some traffic here. We're gonna go over some bumps, show you how this suspension rides. I have it set in the neutral setting, and this thing is smooth as butter. There's no mistaking what that turbo scoop is for. Oh, it's just like that. That is what this car is all about. That is what this car is all about. We're gonna take it over to our photo shoot location. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow, hit the notification button, all that good stuff, because we'll continue to give you quality content like this. Thanks for watching, guys.